Hello, and welcome to Class 6. There was a lot to think about in Class 5, right? But I hope you got the point that that's how CBD works. It works with the nervous system, correcting the communication in our body. I had a friend explain it to me. She's a nurse. She explained that it can also be like a web, and especially where our brain is concerned. And a lot of the nerve impulses do come from the brain, right? So when you have things that like are disjointed and not where they're supposed to be, that also can be a reason why you're not getting the signal correctly and your body's just not working the way it should be. So when it's corrected, it's almost like a web where things just fit back together the way they're supposed to. That's where CBD has been shown to be very effective, and essential oils can really help with that too. That's why we are so excited about joining those two things together. That's what makes our particular CBD such an amazing product. Today I'm going to talk to you about something called a Smart Spectrum CBD, which is what we have, and this is really neat, you guys. So let's refer back though to the ECS chart with those CB1 and CB2 receptors. Okay, I know it's not super clear, but it really, oh, there we go. Okay, you have CB1, which is all the ones in orange, and the larger column, which you don't even need to know everything on here because it's pretty much, as you can see, those little, let's look more at the body. Those little dots are of both colors, are all over the body. One thing to note, CB1 receptors mainly respond to THC, which is in marijuana. And these CB2 receptors are the ones that respond to CBD, which is the product that you want to take, right? Even though pot is legal now and probably just about everywhere, you still can't drive. It will get you high, so you can't drive while you use pot or work. And sometimes you need to take something that you can still work and drive and function and live your life. You don't want to be taking something that's going to get you completely off the wire, right? So CBD is where that is at, and it mainly will work with those CB2 receptors. Remember I talked to you in an earlier video though that hemp can have 0.3 THC in it. Kind of cool if you think, oh, hey, THC is going to get at those CB1 receptors. Especially if you have a product that will not give you a mind-altering effect. But as I mentioned before, there are many people that will not be able to take CBD because of that. That, even though it's just minute amounts of THC, it will accumulate in your system. And that could cause some problems later on. But it will cause a problem in a blood test. So if you have been told you absolutely cannot take CBD and you want to try it, this might be something you can take. If you're in a job that tests for that, go to them, ask them, say, I have this product right here that has no THC. How can we do that? We use what's called an isolate, a CBD isolate from the plant. Most companies will use the full plant and they will call it a full spectrum. So you will either get a full spectrum CBD, and it'll say that right on the label and they'll advertise it as full spectrum, or you will get an isolate. The isolate is what we've chosen to use, and that is the one that has, it's 99.99% clear of THC. We cannot say 100% because THC is even, it's in the air, it's everywhere. So you can have very, very, very minute trace amounts now and then, but nothing, it won't accumulate in your system. It won't get to the point where you can't pass a drug test. I've known people that have taken this oil for a while and then done the marijuana test, the test for THC, just to be sure that we're telling you the truth, and they pass those tests. So that's exciting. It's exciting for a former drug addict. It's exciting if you want to give CBD to children, which, by the way, that's something you'd want to also talk about with your pediatrician. But this is really neat. It is an isolate, but we call it a smart spectrum for another reason. There are essential oils in our CBDs. This particular one I'm showing you here is Cool Mint. It has peppermint in it. Couple reasons we do that. We do that to flavor it, but we also do it for something called terpenes. So in my next video, I'm going to explain to you what I mean by terpenes. Stay tuned.